I wanted to say something that I know I've talked about before, and I know it's something we hear all the time, but we need it as a reminder over and over and over again. And that's this. The root cause of almost all suffering is wanting to be somewhere else. That's it. Like when you meditate and you think, okay, I got to clear my mind. You want to be somewhere else. Right there. My mind should be clear, then I'll be happy. It's already screwing you over. I was talking to my friend tonight about meditating, and she was saying, I just can't get my mind. And I was like, that's the problem, is that you're trying to get your mind somewhere else. You want to be somewhere else. Think about that. It's that simple. And so meditation, connecting with everything, all that is just being where you are. That's it. It's not doing it to get something. It's being okay. And then a perceived problem will come up. I don't know what I'm doing. Let it be there. Don't try to get rid of it. Don't be okay with it so you can get rid of it. Just, I don't understand this. Okay, this is confusing. Let it be there. It's not your job to clear it. It's your job to let it be there. And when you do that and you truly let it be there and you're fine with it being there for good, it will be cleared. But you never are the one to clear it. You're not the one to clear your mind. You're not the one to clear all of it. It's just you being here with what is. With what is coming up, with what is. And I'm not talking about if you're suffering, and I'm not talking about if someone has a gun at your head. Our body has a fight or flight mechanism installed already, and it knows to take care of those things. There's an instinct in you that if you're about to get hit by a car, make sure that you get out of the road. It's there. And that instinct knows what to do instantly. If you're driving your car, have you ever had it where you're driving and you're on a freeway or something and you turn your head and you look at something and you look back and the car in front of you stopped and you slam on your brakes? So in that second, there is some life-saving device that's in your body already. Now imagine how much harder it would be to do that if you knew the night before you were going to have that driving incident. Meaning like, you would spend all night and all day trying to figure out how to make sure you don't crash into that car. If someone told you the night before, hey, tomorrow around 2 p.m., you're going to turn your head away and turn back and you got to make sure that you don't crash. You'd spend all night and all day trying to figure out how to do it the right way, when meanwhile, there was already something in you that already did it, that already knows how to do it. You have the life-saving device already in you, and there's nothing that you can do. It will save itself. So I'm not talking about if you're in a life or death situation, because people often say that. So just be okay with it if someone has a gun aimed at my head? No, get out of there, right? But our big problem is most of the things that our body and mind think are life and death aren't. But your mind moves like it's life and death. So if you're meditating, for instance, and you think, I got to get on my phone and check something. I got to go on my Facebook. That's because somehow in you, it's death to you if you're not doing something. It's death to you, right? So you think, I should be over there on my phone, and you suffer. That's how it works. But if you just sit there and be with the part of you that thinks I should be over there, then you suddenly are the one here, and you're looking at that. And the second it pops up in front of you, there's nothing for you to do because it went from being a part of your nervous system to something you're looking at the second you see it. So if you have something come up, just stay with it. Just sit there and meditate, stay connected, or whatever it is. And you don't even have to meditate to do that. You can just sit here now and be okay with where you are. Be okay with all your circumstance. If it's a life or death situation, I'm not talking about that. But other than that, be okay with your circumstance. Can you be okay with whatever your past is? can you be okay? Because your past is not life or death. There were things in the past that felt like life or death and felt traumatic and they feel tense, but you being in resistance to it keeps it going now in this moment. If you allow yourself to just let it be in you, forgive it, or just like understand that it's there, even if you kind of still keep kind of a distance to it, but just kind of breathe and just look at it a little bit, then all of a sudden this stuff can transcend, right? And if it can't, that means you have to connect to yourself bigger and deeper, because you're bigger than every single thing ever that you've been through or have going on in your life or will go through. And you just haven't made a connection that's bigger to that circumstance than that circumstance. So your job is to connect to yourself more than thinking you should be somewhere else. And be okay with where you are right now. Because what you don't understand is the more okay that you become truly in your body with your current situation, with your past story, with stuff that you have coming up, with your perception of yourself, the more those things will suddenly take care of themselves. The more that you will connect to yourself and not need to become those defense mechanisms, not need to be in resistance to those old things. Everything starts to take care of yourself when you connect to yourself. And you do that by being okay with where you are right now. Don't try to get somewhere else. Be okay with where you are right now. And then build on that.